with Modupe. This evening, I want to talk about 15 ways to invest safely in Nigeria without falling for scams. 15 ways to invest safely in Nigeria without falling for scams. So we're looking at investing in Nigeria without falling victims of Ponzi schemes or fraudsters. So I want to start by saying that Nigeria is a very good place. It is an amazing investment, has great investment opportunity, from real estate to agriculture, stocks, tech startups. We have very great opportunity here in Nigeria. But I must say that for every genuine opportunity, there are also dozens, of scammers waiting to swallow and get from you your hard-earned income, your hard-earned money. And that is why this evening I'm looking at ways by which you can prevent yourself from falling into the hands of these scammers or these fraudsters. So every year a lot of people lose their money, their life savings to fake investment schemes. But the truth is, you can invest in Nigeria and grow your wealth without falling for these traps, without falling to these fraudsters, to these scammers. And so this evening, what I'm looking at is 15 ways by which you can, avoid or prevent falling into the hands of these people and, investing safely in Nigeria. So whether you are in Nigeria, you are a Nigerian, or you are living in the US, you are living in the UK, in Canada, South Africa, Australia, Germany, India, wherever you are, and you want to invest in Nigeria, it's a good thing for you to do. And what I'm doing this evening is to give you 15 ways by which you can safeguard yourself, you can safeguard your money. Welcome Valedima and Jos, welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you. My name is Modupe Vincent. I'm a certified financial planner. I'm a legal practitioner. I talk here about money matters, legal tips as well, how to build businesses, how to, talk about money safely in your marriage. So wherever you're watching from, I'm saying that you can invest in Nigeria, and these are the 15 things you should look out for. The very first thing is you should do your research. Do a thorough research. And never invest, whether you are investing in Nigeria, whether you want to invest in your home country, it's important that you do a thorough research. Never invest based on hearsay. Never invest based on WhatsApp broadcast or sweet promises, or whether you have heard hints from your friends or your family. Ensure that before you enter into that investment, before you put your money into that investment, ensure that you have done a thorough research. And what are the things that you will be looking out for when you are carrying out that research? Number one, you do a proper research concerning that business you want to go into. You want to research about the company that you are going to put your money into. It could be in the stock market, it could be into crypto, it could be into real estate. But the important thing is that you must first of all do a thorough research. Understand, if you do not know how to do it, thank God we have Google. Google is our friend. You can just go online, put in the name of the company, put in the name of the investment to see what this investment is all about, especially when you do not know or have an idea of what the business or the investment is all about. So check for reviews. It's also a good place to start. When something comes up and you are not sure, look for review of that company, look for review on that investment, See what people who have already gone ahead of you to invest, see what they have to say concerning that business. So do your research. The second thing is you should verify registration. If you are investing in Nigeria, for example, you must invest in companies that are reliable. And one of the ways by which you determine what kind of business or what kind of company you are investing in is for you to verify the registration. In Nigeria, any legal business, any business that is legitimate or wants to go into investment has to be registered, and has first of all to be registered by the appropriate authority. And if it is here in Nigeria, the first thing you must look out for is that that company is registered by the Corporate Affairs Commission, which we call the CAC. So that is the starting point. Any company that wants to go into business, any company that wants to go into investment must be properly registered. And if it is investment which has to do with money, then it is important that you ensure that the company is either also further registered with SEC, which we call the Security Exchange Commission. If the company is into insurance, then the company must be registered with NICOM, which is the NICOM, what we call NICOM, or the CBN. If it's an insurance, NICOM. If it is a bank or anything that has to do affiliation with bank, with money, that must be registered with CBN, which is the Central Bank of Nigeria. So I want to hear from you. We're talking about 15 ways to invest safely in Nigeria without falling for scams. You may be in Nigeria and you want to invest in Nigeria. You may be outside of Nigeria in your home country and you want to invest in Nigeria. We're looking for how you can invest without you falling into the hands of fraudsters or falling into the hands of scammers. So that is what we are looking at. These are the things that will help you to protect and safeguard your money. Because as you are planning to make money, these fraudsters, these scammers are also somewhere planning how to defraud innocent people, innocent citizens, innocent people in diaspora who are interested in investing in Nigeria. And this, what we're looking at, this 15 points is applicable to any form of investment that you want to go into. It's important that you are sure of what you are going into. The third thing that the third step that you must take is that you must confirm that that company you are going into, you want to do investments with, has regulatory approvals. It's one thing to be registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Is another thing for them to have the proper license to go into the kind of business or investment that we want to do. So protect yourself, ensure that you are sure that they have the proper approval to go ahead for that kind of investment. Because I have seen that some people, when they hear that, oh, a company is paying this kind of amount, a company is doing this, a company is doing that, because of that anxiety, because of that thing that they also want to partake and make money from that kind of investment. You see a lot of people just putting in their money without being sure of the credibility of that company, of that investment they want to go into. So ensure that that business, ensure that that investment company has the proper approval to go ahead to do what it is licensed to do. Where you realize that they don't have the proper approvals, then it is important that you do not continue with that investment at all. The number 4 point is that how to safeguard yourself is that you also demand for proper documentation. proper documentation is key, especially if you has to, it involves the exchange of money, and there is no form of investment that will not require an exchange of money. Either you want to buy stocks, you want to buy shares, you want to invest in another person's company, whether it is an agricultural investment, it is a startup, is a tech startup, it involves the exchange of money. So it's important that wherever you want to do, you should demand proper documentation, because any legitimate business must be, have to be in writing. So where the person says, because that writing is that of that agreement is your proof that you have given money for this investment. So where that person who wants you to invest is saying that no, they cannot give you any written agreement or receipts or anything, is important that you withdraw. Because that could be a trap. Once they know that you are asking for written documentation, they move away. Hope you'll be important and be well known in the world. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. I say amen to that. Thank you. Please let me know where you're watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. Thank you for that comment, and let me know where you're watching from. So ensure that the agreement or the contract between you and that investor is in writing. Not just in writing, but that the document is also signed by the appropriate person. It could be the owner, it could be the person representing the owner, but you need to have that agreement written, and the agreement must be signed for it to be tenderable, or for it to be, for you to be able to show it as your proof. It must be properly executed, and proper execution involves both parties signing, because you are the person who wants to invest, and that person is the investor. Number 5 thing that you must look out for is that you must be wary, you must be careful of unrealistic returns. And that is how, scammers or fraudsters, that is how they are able to defraud innocent people who want to invest. Most times they come up with fantastic returns. Some will tell you that if you put in your money, that in the next 2 weeks or even in the next 1 month, we are ready to pay you 100%. Or some will say that they are ready to pay you 50%. So if it's an investment of, for instance, 100,000, they tell you that by the end of the month or in 2 weeks' time, you are ready to get 200,000 back. And the question is, what are they doing for them to be able to give you this kind of return? That's the first question you should ask. For anyone who is not greedy, for anyone who is not greedy, let me use that word, you should ask, what are you doing that you want to give me that kind of returns? Because when it comes to investment, one of the things is that the returns must be commensurate with what the market is all about. So if they're telling you that they want to give you 100% return, the question is, what is the market? Similar businesses, similar investments, what are their own returns? So if it's you look at a similar investment, maybe investment A is what you want to go into, and they are promising you 100% returns. The good thing is for you to look at another company who is into that kind or a similar form of investment and see their own returns. So if their returns is 10% or if their returns is 20%, it means that the return of company A promising you 100% is outrageous. So that should be a red flag for you who wants to invest. You must know that there's something about this investment that is not right, because don't forget that one of the things that these scammers or these fraudsters, they try to do is to play on our emotions. They want to play on our emotions. They know that everybody is out to make money. They know that the goal of everyone who wants to invest is to make money. So what they do is to try to, make it, seem so good so that you will be attracted to, coming to make that investment. But we are looking at it this night from the point of a professional, that what do you do? How are you able to determine if an investment is the right investment for you, or if this investment is a real investment, not a Ponzi scheme, not a fraudster? That is what we are trying to look at. So I'm saying that real investment takes time to grow. Real investment is not magic. Real investment grows steadily. So the returns usually is reasonable. That is what I'm saying this evening. So the number 6 thing that you should look out for is that when you want to enter into any of this kind of investment, it's important that you use a licensed broker or a licensed platform, because some of this investment may be online, some of this investment may be in real time. So the next thing for you to ask yourself is, are these people licensed? And if you don't know them and people are coming to you that, okay, I am this person's agent, ensure that they are licensed. And if they are online platforms, it is important for you to, ensure that these people are real. There's so many people who come out on the online platform to say that they're into this investment, put your money here, put your money there. When it is an online platform, it will be difficult for you to be able to determine or ascertain whether they are for real or whether they are fake. And we're saying this evening is that use licensed platforms. There's some platforms online. I'm not here to advertise for anyone, but there's certain platforms that are licensed. So make your inquiries, check for their registration. Even if they're online, check for their registration, check for reviews as well. Review is very important. I am saying it again, because some of this platform, where you go online, there's nothing about the platform at all. So where you cannot get any information about that platform, where you cannot get any information about that broker, then avoid them completely. It is better for you not to invest and not make any returns than for you to put in your money, to make that investment, only for you to later find out that this investment is not genuine. This investment is just a scam. So that leads me to my next point, which is number 7. And that if it's a business that is in real time, then it's important for you to verify their location. I've heard people say, and people even come to me to say that they invested, that they want to invest in a particular business or investment. And I ask them, where are they from? And some of them will say, oh, they told them, the investors tell them that, look, we don't have an office here. They might say that maybe our office in Malaysia, our office is somewhere that is not easily for you to go and verify. When you have such a situation, it's important for you to even get their location wherever they say they are. Make inquiries, go online. And if it's a business or an investment is in Nigeria, there are certain websites, government websites, that will tell you if this business is actually, or this investment is actually legal, if it's actually something you should go into. So check for approvals, whether it is online or in real time. Check for approvals. Ask for their financials. That's another thing you can do. Even if they tell you that they are online, it's important for you to check their track records. See what they have done in the past. See what their goal also is. That way you are able to determine if it is for real or if it's not for real. Please let me ask that if you have been if you have gained or you are gaining from what my discussion this evening, please please thumbs up for the video, so that YouTube is able to also push it to more people for them to be able to see and benefit from it. Don't forget, this is Money Matters. I'm talking about 15 ways to invest safely in Nigeria without falling scams. You can be in Nigeria, you can be outside Nigeria to invest in Nigeria. So please, once again, if this is your first time of watching me, Modupe, on Money Matters, I want to ask you to please take a few seconds to subscribe to this channel. I talk about money matters, I talk about legal tips, businesses, investments, and also money in marriage. So anything money, legal tips, there are things that I discuss. Please just give me a thumbs up. I want to hear from you. Where are you watching from? And let me hear your take on this topic. Have you ever been scammed? Or have you seen someone who has been scammed? Or have you ever, prevented yourself from being scammed? What were the steps that you took? I will want to see what it is. Let us interact. Let us interact this evening. So the number 8 step that you should take to prevent yourself from falling into scam is that you should ask for their track records. I just mentioned it. Ask for their track records. And part of this track records will include their financials. I know a lot of people don't like anything that has to do with financials. But when it comes to investments, this is one way by which you can ascertain what the company or the investment company is all about. What is it that they have been able to achieve? That way you are able to determine a lot of things. Ask for their track records. Ask for their financials. Ask to see the people behind that business. Who are the people behind the business is important. I love this advice. Thank you so much. Daily Vibe. Let me know where you're watching from. Daily Vibe. Ask for their track record is important. A lot of people would have, prevented themselves from falling into the hands of scammers if they had taken these steps that we're discussing this evening. They will have prevented. Thank you for liking. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please, I want to hear from you. If you have not yet subscribed, don't forget, please subscribe for more money tips, for more legal tips. So another thing that we should look out for is to verify the identity of the promoters. And when we talk about promoters in law, we're looking at the people that started that investment, that business. It's important to know who the people are. There are certain names that you are watching from Delta. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Daily Vibe. Thank you so much. So it's important that you know who they are. There are some names that when you hear those names in Nigeria and you hear that these people are the people behind the investment, is as good as you just relaxing and knowing that this investment is in good hands. There are other people that when you hear their names, you are not sure of who they are, which I would then advise you to take a step further to make more inquiries. Don't just say because you have heard that, oh, this investment is a good investment, you fall into it and put your name, your hard-earned money into the business. The truth is that a lot of people have lost money into investments that looked real. In fact, some of these businesses will get offices, will get buildings, and say this is where we're operating from. Having the physical building is not enough. It's important that you do, make further inquiries, ask further questions, ask them what is their track record. If they give you a track record, because some may be there for a year, plan to do people, plan to scam people They come in various, names and various things, and they be there even for as long as 1 year. So it's up to you, the investor who want to invest, put in your money to make inquiries about so many things, to be sure that you are doing the right thing. So another point that I would say, number 10, is that you should speak to a professional. This is very important. I remember I used to have a money show on TV, some time back. And one of the things that hello, this guy, how are you doing? Welcome. Let me know where you're watching from. Thank you for joining. Is that you speak to a professional. And a lot of people, that was a period when a lot of these Ponzi schemes, came up, had come up. And some of them would just send some things to me that I should help them to look at it. And looking at it, I knew that this was not a real investment platform. They came in various ways. And I'll tell the people, Oklahoma, thank you, this guy, Oklahoma. I hope you are getting value. I'm talking about 15 ways to invest safely in Nigeria, or even in your country, the US, without you falling for scams, without you falling for fraudsters. So another thing is to speak to a professional. If you are not sure, that professional will be able to guide you, which I was able to do for people, because one of the ways that I knew most times, it was when the returns was too good to be true. They promise you 100% return in 2 weeks. They promise you 50% return in a month. And the question is, what is their fundamental? What is it that this business is doing for them to be able to give you this return? If it's too good to be true, then remember that it is too good to be true. So another thing that we'll look out for, which is number 11, is that when you want to make payment, ensure that you never pay somebody, you never give money without a trusted channel. If you are not sure, don't give up money, especially when somebody says, just give me your money, pay into my personal account, I will pay on to the company, to the investment company. Don't do it. Make that payment into the authorized payment channel. So if it's a bank, don't pay into a personal account. Pay into that account that is dedicated for that purpose. And if you are paying into that account, ensure that the name of that investment tallies with the account number. So if it is a business that is limited, and then when we are making payments, the name on that account is not ABC Limited, but ABC alone, or ABC Business, know that it is not the same. Don't be scammed to feel that ABC Limited is the same as ABC. It is not the same. So those little things are the things that you should ensure you look out for, because it is not the same. That is another thing that you must do. The number 12 thing that we are looking out for is that please avoid emotional pressure. Avoid emotional blackmail. People tell you and come to you that, look, you need, they tell you about the investment, and they tell you that this investment, you need to invest today. You need to invest right now. No. If it's a proper or a genuine investment, there is no need for rush. That person should enable you to take some time out to think about it, to reflect on this investment, to ask questions. Am I really interested in this investment? What is this investment all about? Am I really going to be able, will it meet my business or my investment objective? So if there is a rush, if there is a pressure, if there is, trying to blackmail you emotionally, then it is a red flag for you to, hold on to your money. Don't allow anyone to pressure you emotionally into rushing into an investment that you are not sure about. Any investment should wait. Any investment that says today or nothing again, it's not a proper or a genuine investment. It is a red flag for you to cite and for you to hold on to your money. Investment is not about now. Now is simply manipulation. And manipulation is one of the ways by which fraudsters and scammers take our monies from us. So I say it again this evening, be advised. I say it to you this evening, please be careful. Don't be pressured into anyone taking your money away from you. And another thing I want to say is that you should start small. If you're not sure of the investment, but you think that, okay, this investment you would like to go into, and you can start small. Start small with what you have. Don't start, even if you have $1,000, even if you have £1,000, even if you have 100,000 naira. I will always encourage you to start small. Start small for you to be able to understand what that investment is all about. Start small for you to be able to test the waters, so that even if there is a loss later on, you are confident that you have not put away everything that you have. And that is what it is always advised that something that you don't have an understanding about, don't go into it. A lot of people are being carried away by what they hear, things that people say. Oh, there is a hot tip, oh, stock to buy, or investment to get into. If you do not have an understanding, then don't put your money into it. And that is why I'm saying this evening, start small. Start with a little, and you gradually begin to grow that investment, especially if you are not sure, especially if you do not know anything about it. So another thing that we should look out for is that you should, if you are investing in Nigeria, and I'm sure some other countries will also have it as well, is that you should stay updated on scam trends. Here in Nigeria, we have some bodies that put out names of companies that you should be aware of, or that follow up with fraud, anything that has to do with fraud. We have here in Nigeria the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, which we call the EFCC. So you need to be careful. You need to follow, and there are also reports as well. You have podcasts, you have some online reporters who are into money matters, who give an update of some of these events. Like here on Money Matters as well, we also come out as well to tell us what to look out for, companies to be to be careful of. So it's important that you follow any of these either channels, podcasts, to know what to be careful about and how to stay protected from frauds, from fake, from Ponzi schemes, from scammers, who all they want to do is to get your money fraudulently from you. Another tip I'm going to talk about, which is the last one, is that you should trust your instinct. God has so given us this spirit, this instinct, that we are sometimes, most of the time, we're able to sense if something is wrong, if something is somehow, there is this uneasiness, there is this lack of peace, there is this kind of trouble in us, that something is wrong about something. And whenever you feel this way, please listen to your instinct. Know that you might not be able to say why, but your instinct, something, your inner you is telling you that be careful. There's a red flag to warn you that something may not be right. I will tell you that please, at that time, it is a red flag, and it's important for you to note it and hold on until you are able to clear some things. And the two major reasons why scammers are able to take our money or to defraud us is basically because of, one, greed, and two, ignorance. Because you don't have the information, it's easy for scammers or fraudsters to scam you from your money, to present something to you as real, as an investment. Meanwhile, all they are doing is just that they have just packaged the investment to look like a real investment, but all they're trying to do is to get your money away from you. So it's important that you keep informed when you want to learn or you want to go into an investment or any form of business. It's important for you to have an understanding of what you are going into. Ignorance is not an excuse. So keep informed by watching Money Matters with Modupe, and that is why I'm encouraging you once again, please subscribe so that anytime I come up, I'm live every Tuesday, every Thursday, Saturday, and on Sunday, so that you can get subscribe, and please turn on the notification bell. That way, anytime I'm live or I post a video, you are notified, and it will help you with your money judgment. Yes, so please, greed. I know a lot of people feel that, oh, I'm not greedy, but when you are not sure of an investment and you are putting your money into it, and just because you want to make returns, that is a form of greed. And I'm encouraging us, please let us be very careful so that we do not become victims of this scammer, so that we do not become victims of this Ponzi scheme. So I'm going to tell you this evening that your money is your responsibility. It is not any other person's responsibility, but your money that you earn, your money you want to put into that investment is your responsibility. So I'll tell you, protect your money. Just like you will protect yourself from getting hurt, it's important that you also protect your income, you protect your resources, you protect your money from being taken away from you. There are genuine ways of growing your money, making money, of maximizing and multiplying your money here in Nigeria. But one thing that you need, and I'm saying it again, is you need wisdom, you need knowledge, you need to understand what these investments are all about. So let me read in the comments section, which of these red flags, which of the steps will you be taking forward? Or will you be, when somebody talks to you about investment that you are going to do, that you are going to, just put your hands into and say, look, I've learned something on Money Matters. This is what I am going to do. Let me read in the comment section. So whether you are here live or whether you are going to be watching a replay, let me know if this video has helped you. And if it has helped you, please don't forget to share to others, and please like it. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. And if you are a returning subscriber, I want to say a very big thank you for helping me to grow. Don't forget, my name is Modupe Vincent. I am a certified financial planner. I am a legal practitioner as well. And on this channel, Money Matters with Modupe, I talk about all things money matters. I give legal tips. I talk about businesses, investments. I speak to women as well about our finances, having our own income, and how, also on money in marriage. If this is one of the things that you will love, please don't forget to join this community. So once again, I want to say thank you for joining me this evening. God bless you. Be money wise. Don't forget, protect your money. Your money is your responsibility. So I'll see you back here tomorrow when I'll be talking about money and our faith, our finances with our faith. It is a Sunday one that I usually have, that I talk about it from the biblical perspective, money and the biblical perspective. So I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not. God bless you. Thank you. Be money wise. Bye.